Hey Yolanda, are you there? Because you and I need to have a serious talk. I mean, did you really expect me to eat that trash you packed for my lunch? Especially after how awful last night's dinner was? How about you try putting in even a modicum of effort when you cook next time, huh?
Excuse me? Are you serious, Eric? How about you thank me for even packing your lunch for you? Honestly, if you're just going to be like this, then you can just buy your lunch from the office. Because I am not going to get up extra early to cook for you if you're going to be like this.
Oh, please. You might have a point if your cooking was even worth the effort you put into it. Today's is just especially bad. What is even the point of packing my lunch if you're just filling it with a bunch of reheated crap from the freezer? The least that you could do is try to add a little variety in there, don't you think?
Eric, you were the one who set our budget for groceries. I'm only working with the parameters that you've set for me. But as long as we're on this subject, how about we talk about your drinking? Don't you think that you're spending just a bit too much there?
And what's wrong if I want to use the money I earn from my job on a drink now and then?
Because it isn't now and then, and you know that we are barely making it with the budget that we have now. We really have to be careful about where we're spending our money. We've talked about this.
So you're really gonna tell me, the only one of us with a real job, that I need to cut back on my spending?
I'm just saying that I think you have a tendency to overspend when you go out is all.
I really can't believe that you're coming after me after all the work I've done for this family. Am I seriously not even allowed to indulge myself now and then?
Of course you are. I'm not trying to tell you that you aren't allowed to relax now and then. I'm just asking that you're a bit more conscious of your spending is all.
You're making such a big deal out of this. There's no way that I'm even spending that much. Why are you doing this right now?
Look, Eric, I am just telling you that at this rate, we aren't able to put enough aside to be able to save up money. I mean, what are we going to do if there's some kind of emergency or something like that? If living within our budget is really that difficult for you, then we'll just have to find a way to bring in more money.
I'll have you know that my job gives me a raise every single year. Are you really telling me that that isn't enough?
Well, maybe I could just ask your mom if she wouldn't mind if I went out and found at least a part-time job so I could contribute a little. And if I did that, then I could buy nice food to pack for your lunches.
No, that isn't going to happen. I know my mom would rather have you at home. After all, we haven't even been married a year. You can't just go out and find a job so suddenly.
Okay then, if you really don't want me to have a job, then I need you to cooperate with me on this a little more, okay? Because I'm doing all I can at home to make sure that we're within our budget. I haven't even bought any clothes for myself in 6 months.
And just why on earth would a housewife like you even need new clothes, huh? Who are you planning to dress up for?
I'm not dressing up for anyone, but I am saying that if I don't need new clothes, then maybe you don't either. Surely you'd be fine with the suit that you always wear to work, right?
Well then, what am I supposed to wear on my days off then, huh?
Well, it isn't like you have no clothes right now. You could just wear what you have, right?
Wait a second. I see what's going on here. You keep going on and on about how we're supposed to be saving money. But really, you just don't want me to be buying anything for myself. Isn't that right?
Of course not. I'm saying that we both have to make sure that we're doing our best to stay within our budget. And you know how grateful I am for all the work you do to support us all.
Well, if you were really grateful, then you would try even harder to cut down on the budget at home. Because the way you're talking, you're making it sound like I'm going around buying fur coats for myself. Maybe you should check yourself before pointing the finger at others.
But I'm already doing everything that I could possibly be doing to try and save money. All I'm asking is that you cut back your spending a little bit. Is that really so much?
And I'm telling you that I'm sure that you're not doing enough. For example, do you have the AC on right now?
The AC? Well, yes, I do have it on, actually.
Well, there you go. Turn it off right now.
Eric, come on. You can't be serious, right? It's summer and we're in the middle of a heat wave.
Do you think people 100 years ago had AC and that they could use it on days like these? Of course not. And yet somehow they survived and managed to get through their days. You're just spoiled with all the comforts of home that you get to enjoy while I'm at work.
But Eric, the news is always talking about how the heat waves are getting worse and worse every single year.
They're all just babies who are too used to having things like AC and heaters. They don't even know how to live in our world anymore. Besides, if it's really that hot, then you would probably have the AC turn out pretty high, don't you? You think that's free? The reason we weren't able to save any money is because of how much you're using appliances like that.
Eric, you don't really think that, do you? Are you really telling me to stay in the house with no AC?
I'm only giving you advice on how to save money, since you're complaining about how you can't think of what else you can do. Besides, you're just a housewife. It's not like you're even doing enough to build up a sweat or anything. Just crack some windows and it'll be fine.
Eric, I really think that you're being unreasonable right now. You can't be serious about this.
I have had just about enough if you're whining. I've told you what you need to do. Now, do it. Then that is something you can start with. And if that isn't enough, then I'll think of other ways too.
But it's so humid outside. Opening the windows is only going to let the humidity get inside the house.
Okay then. Keep the windows closed then. Are you really gonna complain about all these options I'm giving you? If you really got hot, just go outside and stand inside some store until you cool down. But I've made myself clear with you. I do not want you using the AC from here on out. So don't even think about it.
Hey, Eric, can you talk right now? I was just wondering where you are right now.
I'm out eating with some friends if you must know.
Well, you have to get back home right now, please.
Are you kidding me? Are you really trying to order me around on my day off? I can't believe you sometimes, Yolanda.
No, it's a real emergency. I just got back home from the grocery store and, well, someone has completely removed our AC unit. Did you do this? Please tell me this wasn't you.
Of course it was me. I know you were still using it. So I had to take things into my own hands.
Eric, please. It's almost 100 degrees outside, and if I don't open the windows, then the house becomes a sweat lodge.
I just don't get why you think you deserve to have any AC when you don't even have a job. You really ought to be thankful that you have it so easy as a housewife.
Please, Eric, it's like you're trying to punish me for something that I didn't even do.
Something you didn't do? You broke your promise to me, didn't you? I told you that I didn't want you using it, and you still did. And now you have the nerve to try and order me around while I'm out with my friends? You really are an annoying woman, do you know that?
But I was going to make us all dinner. You didn't even tell me that you had plans to go out at all. And I know that if I put these leftovers in your lunchbox that you'll just get upset with me. So it's basically just a waste of food, but I really am trying to do all we can to save money.
Good. You should keep doing that. Just quit asking me for help. You're an adult. Figure this out by yourself.
Eric, you are going to put our AC unit back in place when you get home because this is not the way that we should be trying to save money.
You wish. I had to watch a video on how to even get that thing out there in the first place. I don't know how to put it back, and I know that you certainly don't either.
Well, then what are we going to do? You're really just going to keep our house like this?
I guess that means you'll probably have to call someone to reinstall it, huh? But wait, you can't do that because it'll cost too much money, and we're trying to save, right?
I don't even know what to say to you right now. I mean, you do realize that you're going to be hot in our house as well, right?
Oh, that's fine. I'm really only ever in the house when I sleep or wake up. Otherwise, I'm in my cool office for the rest of it. I can't stand a little heat if it means making sure that you don't get to use the AC at all.
Eric, I didn't want to mention this to you, but I've actually been feeling quite ill the past few days.
Oh, it's probably just a cold or allergies or something. Maybe some heat will help you actually. You can just sweat off whatever this is.
Please, Eric, I really haven't felt good all day, and it's only getting worse.
Man, you're really annoying. I mean, is there any other housewife in the world as needy as you are? You complain about every single little thing.
And just what does this have to do with me being a housewife, huh? You do realize that I actually have a lot I need to do every day.
Oh please, you just need to pack my lunch and make dinner. Besides that, you probably just sit on the couch all day watching your soap operas.
You really think that's all I do? You don't realize that I also clean the house, keep the garden looking tidy, dust off everything, and much more? Besides, I may be a housewife, but that doesn't make me a maid. You could stand to do more around the house too, you know.
Here we go again. You and I have already talked about this, and I have told you the answer is no. Now look, I am trying to enjoy some quality time with the boys, and all this nagging is ruining my mood. So why don't you leave me alone and go back to all that hard work, cleaning the house that you've been always going on about? Just remember that I warned you not to use the AC and you were the one that disobeyed me. If you're so mad about what I did, you only have yourself to blame. Hey there, Yolanda. I heard that it's supposed to be well over 100 degrees outside today. How's it going being inside the house with all that?
What is the matter with you? Don't you realize what you've done? You really are an idiot. Do you know that?
Excuse me? What did you just call me? Just who do you think you're talking to, huh? You really need to learn your place, you know that? You're nothing but a useless housewife who needs to quit acting so uppity. I don't care how hot it is, you better not be using any kind of power to cool yourself down.
Well, then why don't you go and tell your office to shut off your AC, huh?
Oh, you must think you're really clever coming up with that one, huh? Or are you just trying to get me mad? I'm going to make sure that you don't get to use a single cent on yourself ever again. You idiot! It's because you've been treating your wife like this that she's ended up in the hospital. You really thought that she caught a cold in the middle of a summer like this? She was suffering from heat stroke. Wait, what? What is going on here? Is this not Yolanda? Just who are you? And why are you using my wife's cell phone, huh? Who am I? I'm your boss, Eric. It's me, Zach Henderson. Wait, Zach? I don't understand. What's going on here? Is this supposed to be some kind of joke or something like that? Why are you on my wife's phone? Hold on a second. This whole thing is just ridiculous. Yolanda, I know it's you. You're nothing but a filthy liar, do you know that? It isn't a lie. It's really me, Eric. I'm actually in the house right next to yours because my aunt owns it. Hold on. So, this is all really real? For the last time. Yes, it's really real. I happened to come over to my aunt's house for lunch, and I happened to see your wife stumble out of your house. She was covered in sweat, shivering, and looked as if she was about to pass out. You're kidding me. She really looked like that? That's right. And just where are you right now? Because I know you're not at the office right now. If you were, then you would have already found out that I was in the hospital with your wife right now. Right, well, I had some things that I needed to do, and so I stepped out for the day. Well, you should know that it was your wife who asked me to reach out to you and message you on her phone. But I have to say that I'm just shocked at what you yourself admitted to. I mean, how could you remove your own AC unit in your house? Not only that, but your wife told me that she found a hidden fan that you kept when you would go to sleep in the other room. How could you do this to your own wife? You're just awful. No, wait. You don't understand, Zach. This is just all part of a little spousal spat between us. Nothing else. I really didn't mean to bring you into this. I'm so sorry my wife tried to suck you into this. I am not the one you should be apologizing to right now, Eric. You're right. Please tell my wife how sorry I am that this went this far. By the way, which hospital is she in right now? No, your wife doesn't want you to know where she is or for you to come and visit her. She only asked that I text you for her. Wait, she doesn't want me to visit her? Well then what is it that she wants to say to me? Well, she wants me to let you know that she wants a divorce. Hold on a second. You can't be serious about that, right? I'm afraid that she's very serious. She is sick of living under such a selfish man with so little regard for his own wife's well-being. But, you mean... I'm sorry, Zach. Can you please just let me talk to my wife right now? I know that she's sick and she really doesn't know what she's saying at all. Oh, give me a break. This is all your fault, and you know it. You know, I have friends who live in Alaska, and even up there they have to have their AC on. You're just crazy if you think that humans can survive in a heat like this. You're right, sir. I shouldn't have done this. It was all a mistake. It's no wonder your wife wants to leave you. Wait, boss, please. Can you at least tell me where my wife is right now? Your wife told me that she doesn't want you coming anywhere near here. But you should know that even before I text you, your own mom reached out and asked me if she could come visit. Your wife said it was okay, and when your mom got here, she was begging for Yolanda's forgiveness after all that you did. As for you, I want you back in the office now. I will be waiting in meeting room number 4. But what is going on there? Is there a meeting today that I didn't know about? Didn't you hear? The AC is broken in that room. It's the hottest room in the whole office. And now it will be all yours to use. Yolanda, please. Just how long is it going to be until you come back home? Surely you must be feeling better now, right? I said I'm sorry, didn't I? Shouldn't that be enough? You aren't really going to divorce me, are you?
Of course we're still getting divorced, but don't worry. I'll come over sometime this week to collect my things.
Yolanda, you really actually responded to me. Please. You have to know how sorry I am for everything.
I really don't want to hear it, Eric. Just sign the divorce papers and let's get this over with.
You're really serious about this, aren't you? You really want to just end it all. Was it really that bad being with me?
Of course it was. And now I just don't see any point at all in staying with you for another day.
Please don't say that. You have to know that I realized what I did was wrong. Not only that, but my boss has been forcing me to work in the only room in the building without AC. It is literally a sauna. It's got a window that lets sunlight in for almost the entire day. I have to bring a towel to work just so that I don't end up in a complete mess.
Well, I am glad that at least it sounds like you're getting a taste of your own medicine. But if you think that's going to change my mind, then you have got another thing coming. At least now you realize what it was that you were putting me through this whole time. I just hope that you know now that you can't treat people the way that you were treating me. You literally destroyed part of your house just to make a petty point.
I know, but I didn't think that you were going to have to go to the hospital for this.
Have you even been watching the news? This summer is so bad that there's been cases of heat stroke happening all over the city.
I'm sorry. I really had no idea. I didn't think it would affect you like that.
Well, I complained to you about it again and again, didn't I? And yet you refused to listen to a word I said. You just told me to stay inside the hot house and not use any electricity while you went out to be with your friends. I mean, what kind of husband doesn't let his own wife use the AC? How messed up is that? You really think that I enjoy keeping the house clean and doing all of the cooking? You're only just now starting to understand what you've put me through?
I know, but now I do understand. I swear. I mean, it's just so hot. I can barely even concentrate on my work. and I just assumed that you had it easy staying at home all day. I guess I got a little bit jealous over what I was picturing in my head.
And now you realize that's it. The whole thing was always just in your head, and I never had it as easy as you thought I did. Besides, I wanted to be out there working. I wanted to be helping us earn money, but you were the one who told me that I wasn't allowed to.
But I really wanted you to look after my mom. Surely you would have preferred staying at home with her over working, right?
Of course not. I told you over and over again that I wanted to be in an office working.
But this is my mom we're talking about. What was I supposed to do about her if you weren't gonna be there to look after her?
You think that she can't take care of herself? She's not even that old. But if you were really that worried, then you could have let me go to work and hired a nurse or something. You know that we wouldn't be having as many money problems as we are now if you had just let me go out and work like I wanted to in the first place. But no, I was kind enough to hold my tongue for as long as I could and do what you told me to because I thought it would be easier. And you just took that as permission to dump all of the work of taking care of your mom on me. And anytime I asked for your help or for you to take my side, you treated me like I was asking for the world. Well, I am not going to let you boss me around anymore. I am the one who knows what's best for me, and I am going to put as much distance as I can between you and your mom. Eric tried to drag the divorce process out for as long as he could, but I already know how to be patient enough to wait him out. Not to mention the fact that he was being seen as liable for my heat stroke. In the end, he knew that he had no other choice but to sign. After the divorce, however, rumors began to fly around his work about what had happened. I heard that he was only able to last a few more months there before all the rumors and whispering drove him to quit his job. Then I heard that Eric began to put all of the blame for his divorce and losing his job on his mom. He said that if she didn't insist I stayed home, that none of this would have happened. As for me, I took the alimony money and used it to move far, far away from Eric and his mom. I found an apartment for myself and have already started at a new job. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey Rachel, are you there? I was just curious whether or not you were on your way home yet or not. Are you working overtime tonight or something like that? What is taking you so long?
Yeah, Tim, I'm really sorry about this. I was just about to walk out of the office when my boss called me into her office. Anyways, I've still got some work to do here, so don't bother waiting up for me when it comes to dinner or anything like that.
Alright, I see. Well, okay. That's fine, I suppose. But is there even anything in the house that we could have for dinner?
Yeah, I think there should be some stuff in the freezer that wouldn't be that hard to heat up and turn into a meal. It should be pretty easy. I think there's some chicken nuggets or something in there.
Alright. I actually packed those for my lunch today, so they're all gone already.
Oh, really? So there's no more left for you or Tina?
Yeah, sorry. I was just really craving them all week, and then I finally broke and packed a bunch of them for my lunch. So can you think of anything else that we might be able to eat?
I do still think we have some leftovers from the other night in the fridge. They should be in the Tupperware. But I think I remember you telling me that you weren't a huge fan of that dish.
Right. I wonder if there's anything else we could do for dinner tonight then.
Well, why don't the two of you just go out to eat or something like that? That could be fun.
You mean you think just Tina and I should go out to eat dinner together?
Yeah, why not? When was the last time that you two went out and did something together like that? I think Tina would really like it if her dad took her out to eat for dinner as a special treat.
I really don't know. If I can be honest, I don't really think that Tina even likes me all that much. I just don't know how well we would do trying to go out with just the two of us like that.
What do you mean by that? Why do you think that your own daughter doesn't like you? Besides, the two of you are just going out. Is that really so bad?
I just really don't think that Tina is going to go along with that. I don't know what it is about her, but she has been getting into fights with me more and more over the silliest things.
Oh, I see. But if I can be honest with you, I think you've been doing something similar with her now.
But what I want to know is why she doesn't ever talk back to you. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to control every little aspect of her life. I'm just trying to warn her about the things that she should and shouldn't be doing, is all.
I know, but I guess if you're going to be doing that, then you really just have to expect that your daughter is going to push back. Especially when you consider all that in the light of the fact that most of her life you haven't really been home all that much. To her, you're basically just someone who's in the house in the morning and doesn't ever come back until late. And you certainly could be doing more to ask about her life while you're at home together with her.
What are you talking about? Of course I can't do any of that. I mean, I thought she would just like me because we were family.
You really don't know at all about how high school girls work, do you? She isn't just going to open up to someone that she sees as a stranger. You need to try and talk more with your daughter. Otherwise, she's never going to stop taking this cold attitude towards you. Do you understand?
But it isn't fair. How can my own daughter dislike me so much? Oh man, you have any idea how sad that makes me? I mean, the reason I'm not at the house at all is because I'm out working for all of us.
I realize that, but the fact of the matter is that you're going to have to try and close the distance that has grown between you and her, okay? I mean, you don't have to solve the problem all at once. It's okay to start with just a few words now and then to cut the tension. Then you can try and build up your relationship with each other from there until you're as close as you were when she was a little girl. But as things stand right now, I really don't think you're doing much to help your case.
But I really do want things to go back to the way they were. That would make me happier than anything with. I just want to have my daughter back. The one who loves me and who I know how to get along with.
Well, I think that you're going about it the wrong way if that's really what you want. Especially with a girl her age, you really need to watch how you act around her. Because if you approach her too strongly, then it's going to drive her away from you as well. You can understand that, right?
I know, but sometimes I just wonder what life would be like if we had a son instead. I think then I would really know how to get along with our kid.
Well, I really just don't see the point in wasting time on thoughts like that when you have your own reality to worry about.
You're right, but I just can't believe that as she's getting older, our daughter is coming to hate me. It feels like I'm being punished for something.
Well, I really am sorry that you're feeling like this, Tim, but what about your brother? Doesn't he also have a daughter who's in high school? Maybe you two should try and plan something together where the four of you can all hang out. That way you two can use spending time with Tina's cousin as an excuse for you all to go out together.
That's not a bad idea. Or rather, it wouldn't be if it weren't for that nasty personality our daughter has. At least my brother's daughter is a sweet and kind girl. Nothing like our Tina.
Tim, you really shouldn't be talking about your own daughter like this. You know that, don't you? I mean, if you really want to get along with her, then you have to start giving her the benefit of the doubt.
I get that, but look, all I'm saying is that I don't think the two of us are going to be able to eat out together.
I guess not, huh? Well, then maybe in that case you should just have something delivered to the house. What about that? Hey, Tim, I was just wondering if you wouldn't mind if I went to go and spend some time at my parents' house. I would leave this weekend and probably spend about a month over there with them.
I guess that's okay with me, but why do you want to go and spend time over there for?
Well, you know how my parents have their farming business, right? It's going to be harvest season, so I just want to be there to offer them a hand if they need it. After all, they've been doing this all their lives, but they are starting to get older. I know that my mom's knees and back just aren't what they used to be. And my dad, well, you know all the things that have been happening with him. Basically, I'm pretty sure they're going to need my help.
I see. Yeah, you might actually be right about that. It can't be easy running a farm at their age.
Well, would you like to come along with me? It could be fun.
I think I'd rather not. Thanks for the offer, though. After all, I have all these work I have to do. Not to mention that the fact last time I tried to help your parents on your farm, I had a terrible time.
Yeah, I was worried that you were going to say something like that. But it really is fine if you don't go. I shouldn't be long.
Well, what about Tina? Were you going to be taking her with you as well?
Well, I did always used to take her to my parents when I went, didn't I? And she would always love getting to see her grandparents too. And it wasn't like they were ever upset to see their granddaughter or have the extra hands around the farm. But I also know that finals are coming up soon for her and that it would probably be better if she stayed home to study.
So then you're saying you're gonna leave Tina and I home alone with each other for a week?
Yes? So just make sure that the house doesn't burn down while I'm away, okay?
Wait just a second. You can't do this to me. Come on, you know that this isn't gonna go well.
But this is a chance for you two to get closer to one another, don't you think?
Where? How so? In what world do you actually see that happening? Because I'm telling you that it is just not gonna work at all, okay? I know that this whole time is gonna be spent fighting with her over every little thing.
I really think that you're being a bit overdramatic with all that, Tim. I'm sure things will be fine between the two of you. Prove me right, okay?
You don't know what it's like when you're not around. I mean, she doesn't even let me get near her most of the time.
Well, that's okay. It's important to give her space. That's one way you can start to build up your relationship with her. And you two don't need to argue over every little thing, you know? There are ways to come to agreements with her. Besides, I'm only going to be away for a week. What's the worst that can happen in that time?
But what about our meals? Who's gonna cook for us while you're away at your parents' house? And how are we supposed to find things to talk about at the dinner table without you there?
Maybe you two can start off by not having dinner together? I mean, I think that it's only natural for a high school girl to want some independence.
I see. And I guess you won't be here to cook for us. We could just try going out to eat more while you're gone.
Do what you think is best, but just don't let her stay out too late. She still has school to worry about, not to mention that it's dangerous.
I know, but she just doesn't listen to me at all, no matter what I tell her.
Well, then I'll speak to her about this as well, and I'll try and convince her to have dinner with you while I'm away, okay?
Okay. I'm really still not sure about this, but I guess I'll do my best.
I know you can do it. The most important thing is that you make sure Tina gets back home by her curfew, okay? And on the days that you have to stay late to work, just make sure that she's already gotten home. And if you got home before she does, don't go to sleep until she's back.
Okay. Right. I think I can handle all of that. Hopefully.
Well, I just know that you like to drink when I've gone away before, so just don't go overboard and remember that you're still taking care of your daughter. Tina, what is the meaning of this? I want an answer now, young lady. Why in the world is our house such a huge mess, huh? Oh, Mom, did you get back from Grandma and Grandpa's house? I didn't realize you were getting back today. I want to know what happened to our house. Why is it like this? I mean, the inside is just a total wreck. What happened? Are you and your dad okay? Yeah, we're totally fine. It's no big deal. So then, you're really okay? You didn't get hurt or anything like that? What happened to the house? Did someone break in? We need to get to the bottom of the house. I'm calling the police. Oh, there's no need for that, Mom. I was the one who made the house the way it is. What do you mean? You caused all of this mess? Yeah, it was me. There wasn't a robber or anything like that. I was the one who did that to the inside of our house. I'm really sorry that you were so shocked by it, though. I made sure not to break anything important, though, so if you're worried about that, then don't be. But I still don't understand. Why would you do this to our house? Did you and your dad get into some kind of fight or something like that? Is that why you did this? No, it wasn't anything like that at all. Actually, this was all part of my plan to drive Dad out of the house before you came back home. I still don't get it. Why would you do that? Why did you need to get rid of your dad? Because he was cheating on you, Mom. I saw it with my own eyes, I swear. What? Your father was cheating on me? It's true. I know it might be hard to believe, but it really did happen. But I'm so confused. What did you see that made you think that he was cheating on me? Well, for one, I saw Dad walking around with a woman, and I had no idea who she was. But he had his arm around her. I even got close enough that they didn't notice me, but I could hear them. And the lady was asking Dad how much longer he was going to make her wait until he divorced you. And you're sure that this man that you were following was actually your dad and not someone else? I mean, you didn't happen upon the wrong people by mistake. No way, Mom. I know it was Dad. I'm absolutely sure of it. I mean, his voice, his face, they were all Dad's. I don't know what to say. Your dad was cheating on me? But I really don't think that you should be that surprised, Mom. I mean, we both know that if there's one thing Dad is good at, it's breaking promises. I really don't think that he ever cared about you or I. And he never spends any time at home anyways. I guess you are right about that, yes. Anyways, I know this is all hard to take in, and I don't have any stronger proof that my words and what I saw. I was so surprised and my heart was beating so fast that I didn't even think to take a picture of what I saw, but that's why I had to make the house the way that it was. But that's what I still don't understand. What does what you saw and what you did to the house have to do with each other? Well, I just thought that if Dad came home and saw that the house had been turned upside down, then he would ask me if I knew what had happened. And then I was going to tell him that some crazy lady stormed into the house and started demolishing everything, demanding that I get away from her man. So you're telling me that you did all of this to try and pin this on the woman that your dad was with? That's right. That's exactly what I was trying to do. I thought that if he knew that this other woman acted this way, then he would be forced to act. And I thought that earlier he would break up with her or realize that he'd been caught in his affair and choose to leave us alone forever. It was also that I could try to back Dad into a corner where he had to admit that he was cheating. I see. And just how exactly did you see all of that happening? Well, I thought that Dad would have seen the house, called the police, and then I could have told them about the lady. I see. And what was supposed to happen then? Well, then Dad was going to be under so much pressure that he would have to admit to the affair, or just make up excuses that would have blown up in his face. Tina, I don't even know what to say. This is really some plan of yours. Well, thank you very much. I put a lot of thought into it, actually. You know, it's actually even a bit scary that you've gone and done all of this. I know, but I also knew that it was Dad who I was going up against. And I think we both know that he would never admit to being wrong unless he was really backed into a corner. Plus, if he did admit what he did, it would make it so much easier for you to sue him for his affair. You think that I'm going to sue your father? Tina, do you think that he and I should get a divorce? Of course the two of you need to get a divorce. I mean, Dad is always using being busy with work to get out of spending time with us. And when he's away from home, he's just cheating on you and ignoring me. And you're telling me that you really want to be married to a guy like that? Well, of course not, but I mean... There's nothing else to say then, is there? You and Dad just aren't meant to be. Okay, I think you're right. I'll go along with your plan then, and we'll see if we can't get him to admit what he's done. Great! Come and meet me at the restaurant where I'm at, and we'll wait together for Dad to get home.
Hey, Tina. What the heck happened to our house?
Dad! You're finally home. I was wondering when you were getting back. I was so scared.
But what happened? Why is our whole place such a mess? And where are you right now?
I have no idea what happened. Some crazy lady showed up to the house and started knocking things over. Then she started shouting at me, and I got so scared that I ran out of the house.
You're telling me that it was some strange lady who did all of this? Was she trying to rob the house or something like that?
No, nothing like that. She wasn't a thief, but she was screaming about all kinds of crazy things.
What do you mean? What was she saying to you?
She was asking me who I was and telling me that I needed to stay away from her man. And she kept saying your name over and over again, and then I got so scared that I ran out of the house.
I see. Well, do you remember at all what this lady looked like? Did you get a good look at her?
I guess she was in her late 20s or maybe early 30s, and she was blonde with really long hair. And I remember seeing that she had her ears pierced while she was knocking stuff over. I think they were heart-shaped earrings or something like that. Do you have any idea who this could be?
No. I definitely have no idea who that lady could have been.
Are you sure? I mean, she was saying your name over and over again.
I don't know who she is.
Well, then I guess we'll have to call the cops about this. They'll get to the bottom of it all.
Wait, I don't think that we really need to go that far as to call the cops.
But why not? This lady broke into our house and did this. We have to catch her.
No. I mean, yes. I finally remembered who that lady is.
Really? Because she kept calling you her man and telling me to stay away from her.
Well, okay. To tell you the truth, I was seeing this woman. But you can't tell your mom, okay?
But why shouldn't Mom know about this?
Because it would destroy your mom to know that I was doing this. You wouldn't want to hurt your mom, would you? Please, I'll buy you whatever you want. If you don't tell your mom. Just come back home and help me clean up before your mom gets back.
I'm sorry to say, Tim, but I already saw the house, and you aren't going to get away with this.
Wait, is this Rachel? When did you get back home?
Just a bit earlier than you, actually. Now, what is this about you having an affair?
Hold on a second. Does that mean you're with Tina right now?
That's right. I'm sorry we had to mislead you like that, but it was all your daughter's idea.
So was there even a lady who broke into our house?
That was also a lie that Tina came up with to get you to confess, although she did see you and this other woman going out together.
She saw us. Are you serious?
She saw you with your arm around another woman and knew that she had to think of a way to make you confess. And you did just that, didn't you?
Wait, no, please. You don't understand. This is all a mistake.
The only mistake here is that I stayed with you for this long. How long have you been lying to me, huh? Tina already told me that you two were talking about when you were going to leave me.
No, it isn't like that at all. I swear. Please, you have to believe me.
No, I really don't, Tim. But you do need to tell the truth if you don't want to get into any more trouble.
But you do know that I really love you, don't you? The whole affair was just a little fling. Nothing more.
I don't care what you have to say for yourself now. Your daughter's plan to catch you red-handed worked. You tricked us for this long, but now I'll be able to sue you for your affair.
Hang on. Are you really gonna sue me for this?
That's right. Also, Tina and I are leaving the house, and we're getting divorced, Tim.
Wait. No, you can't do this to me. Can't we at least meet up and talk in person?
No! I don't want to see your face ever again. After that, I served Tim with divorce papers, which he finally realized he had no choice but to sign. I also pressed charges against him and this other woman for their affair, and Tina and I used the money to move far, far away. I have no idea what Tim is doing or if he's even still with the other woman he was with. But frankly, I don't care. I'm just glad that I have a daughter clever and driven enough not to let her father take advantage of us like he did. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Hey, Sammy, are you there? How have you been? I just wanted to let you know that I'm back from that long business trip that I was on. Oh, wow, Aunt Tracy! It's been forever since I've heard from you. I was already doing okay, but now I'm doing much better knowing that you're back in town. This is so exciting. I'm so happy that you're back. Well, I am very happy to be back, but since it's been so long since I went away, you and I should find some time to meet and catch up. I know that I just missed your birthday, so why don't you pick a place to go out to, and it will be my treat. Really? You mean it? Okay, thank you so much. I'll be thinking of something that we both like and then let you know when I've made up my mind. I have so much to tell you. Lately, I've been really getting into hip-hop dance, and I've actually gotten pretty good, if I do say so myself. Maybe I can even show you some of my moves when you come over? Well, that certainly does give me ideas for what presents I could get you, that's for sure. You mean it? You're the best aunt ever. Thank you so much. Of course, anything for my favorite niece. Maybe I can just take you to the shopping mall after our meal together? But I'm your only niece, and I would really like that. Speaking of that, what has that brother of mine been up to lately? Has he been doing well? You want to know about Dad? Dad is good. He and Mom are talking about something right now. I don't really know what. So I'm just in my room playing by myself is all. Oh, well, I hope it's not a serious talk. Is everything okay at home? Well, I said they were talking, but really it's just Mom telling him that he needs to get his life together. I see. Well, I'm very sorry that you're having to hear all of that at home, Sammy. Yeah, I mean, Mom is really mad. I have my headphones in, but I can still hear her. Still, at least they're not both yelling at each other like they were before. Sammy, are you okay? You're not feeling sad or hurt or lonely when they get like this, are you? No, I'm totally fine. Thanks for asking. I know that adults have a lot of problems and aren't very good at talking about them. Well, that's a very wise thing for you to notice at only 10 years old. I guess. I just read a lot of books, and it seems like adults never know how to talk in a way that actually gets their ideas across. But I don't think it's just grown-ups. Maybe it's something to do with having a boyfriend or girlfriend. I've heard friends as older siblings talking about this kind of stuff before, too. Well, I think that you're on the right track to grow up into a mature, smart young lady. But do you think that your mom and dad have been getting into fights even more than usual? Maybe? I guess. I don't know. This time Mom is really mad, but sometimes it's Dad who gets really mad and Mom who gets yelled at. Oh, yeah! I almost forgot to tell you, Aunt Tracy. Last week I baked a cake all by myself. It turned out really, really good. Well, that's amazing. I'm so happy that you were able to do that. Maybe one day you and I can do some baking together. I would love that. We could find a really fancy recipe and spend all day just you and I. I would really like that, Sammy. But don't you ever do any cooking with your parents? I know that your dad is a good cook. Yeah, I guess, but lately whenever it's Dad's turn to cook, he just always has some food delivered to the house. Don't you think that's kind of like cheating when it's your turn? Well then, I guess your family's lucky that they have another good cook. You. There to actually make them something good, right? Yeah, I think my dad just doesn't really like having to cook at all, really. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if you really could handle making a whole meal by yourself. You'd really just have to be extra careful around the fire and knives, but I'm sure you'd do well. Yeah, I know how to cut. You have to make your hand into a little kitty paw while you do it. That's what I learned. But my parents said that I can't use the stove or knives while I'm home alone. Well, I think I kind of have to agree with your parents on that one. It's good to be safe. But anyways, I'll tell your mom about our little lunch date and try to schedule it for this weekend. Great! I can't wait. I'll see you then, Aunt Tracy. Hey, George, do you have a minute to talk? Because I am really getting sick of this.
Oh, hey, sis. Sorry. What is it that you're talking about?
I am talking about all the things that your wife told me, like about how you never ever help her keep the house clean. And even Sammy was telling me that you're always getting out of cooking when it's your turn.
Oh my gosh, are you really coming after me for that?
I'm just doing things my way. It's not like anyone's getting hurt. And don't even get me started on my wife. She's crazy. I think she might be going through menopause or something like that.
George, don't you think that maybe you're forgetting yourself just a little? I mean, your wife is the one making all the money between the two of you, right? So aren't you basically living off of her salary?
What is that supposed to mean? I have a job. I earn money.
Yes, you do work and you do earn money, but you can't exactly say that you really put that money back towards your family. And now it seems like you're leaving your wife all alone to take care of everything by herself. Aren't you worried that she's going to leave you if you keep acting this way? Is that what you want to happen?
Of course not. But I'm just working really hard on other projects. I have a lot going on, that's all.
And you don't think your wife does either? The least you could do is help her out, right? Instead of wait for her to get home before anything gets done around the house.
Well, I'm sorry, but I just don't have the time for that. I'm busy all day. I'm not just some house husband.
Okay then, if you're really so busy with work, why do you still find time to go out in the afternoons?
What are you talking about? I just work from home all day. Even now, I'm still working.
Oh really? Because I actually just so happened to drive by your house and saw that the car wasn't in the driveway.
Oh, that? Well, yeah. I just stepped out to get some dinner is all.
So you're telling me that if I drive by your house again, that the car is going to be back in the driveway?
Well, I still haven't gotten back home is the thing.
There, you're lying. I knew that you were out messing around. Don't you know that Sammy is going to be back from school soon? Get back home right this instant, George.
Right. I guess I better be heading back about now then.
Honestly, if you're not going to do anything around the house, then you could at least spend some time with your daughter.
But she's already 10 years old. What would a kid that age want to play with her dad for?
What are you talking about? Of course she still wants to play with you. She's always talking about how you're never home and how you leave her alone. You need to be there for her.
I'm a father. Of course I want to be there for her.
Well, then why don't you just go back home and play with her until Lucy comes back? Because if you think she doesn't want to play with you now, then you should just wait until she starts middle school. Just try and make the most of the time that you have with her. It'll be gone before you know it.
Well, I did actually tell her that I was going to take her somewhere for summer break.
Did you really tell her that?
Of course I did. You think I'm lying? And just why am I having these conversations with you anyways? You're not Mom. You don't get to talk to me like this.
I'm not trying to be Mom, but you're my brother and I want to make sure you're doing okay. But if you must know, even Mom and Dad are nervous for you, but Lucy is a good, sweet woman and you need to treat her right.
You think she's sweet? Shows what you know. She's not like Dad at all.
Yes, I know there are times when she gets angry at you, but have you tried listening to what she says when she gets like that? Also, here's a tip. Maybe ask Sammy if she wants to bake anything. I'm sure you'll get her to go along with you if it's that.
Right, bake. Then maybe this summer I can send her to a baking class.
You want to send her to baking class for the summer? George, don't you think it would be better to do this while her interest is there? Why put it off till then when that's what she wants to do now?
Also, could you maybe not tell Mom and Dad about how mad Lucy gets at me?
If you really don't want me to, then you need to straighten up, because she is your wife and you two have a kid together. You can't keep living like this. Hey, Sammy, were you calling me just now? Sorry, I was in a meeting and I couldn't pick up. Are you okay? What's the matter? Aunt Tracy, you have to come here and help me right now. I'm lost and I'm scared. What are you talking about? What happened? Where are you? Please, I'm almost out of the water and I don't know the way home. You don't know the way home? Sammy, please tell me where you are right now. I'm in the mountains and it's really dark and scary. You're up in the mountains? What in the world are you doing up there? Well, Dad said that he wanted to take me camping up here. So then your dad is there with you too? Can you put him on the phone, please? Well, he said that he had something to do, and then Dad left me here alone. But why would he do that? That's ridiculous. Have you tried calling your mom? No, you can't tell my mom about this. Dad said that she would get really mad if she found out. Dad told me he would be back tonight to pick me up and to wait here, but he said that I wasn't allowed to tell Mom. So please don't tell her about this. Sammy, you poor girl. You've already been through so much. Please, Aunt Tracy, you can't tell Mom, or else Dad said that means I won't be allowed to see you ever again. Okay, well, first, let's concentrate on getting you out of there. Do you have the Maps app on your phone? Yeah, I have that one. Okay, I'm going to tell you how to send me your location, and then I'm going to go and pick you up. Can you wait there for me? I'm so sorry to make you do this for me, Aunt Tracy. No, Sammy, if anyone should be sorry here, it's me. What do you mean? Why should you be sorry? Because, well, let's just talk about this later. First, let me tell you how to send those directions to me.
Hey Tracy, are you there? I'm really sorry, but there's something I gotta talk to you about.
What is it? What do you want now?
Please don't get mad at me, but I need to ask you something important. The thing is, I took Sammy out to go camping and, well, I just came back and she's not here, and she's not picking up her phone either. I still haven't told Lucy about this, but it's bad, right? Do you think I should call the cops?
Do you even realize what a moron you are?
You think I don't know I'm stupid? But now I really don't know what to do at all. Do you think you could just meet me here and help me look around for her?
Well, when did she go missing? Do you know that?
Not really, no.
And why don't you know something like that?
Well, the thing is, I fell asleep and then I woke up. She was just gone. But I only dozed off for maybe about 30 minutes at most.
You really are just horrible. You know that, right?
Tracy, please. You don't have the time for this. We have to worry about finding Sammy first. Could you just help me with this and nag at me later?
If you must know, Sammy is already back with her mom.
Wait. Sammy's back with Lucy?
Do you have any idea just how hot it was today? There were stories of heat stroke all over the news. And you just abandoned your daughter on top of a mountain for hours in that heat? Sammy had to be taken to the ER. By the time I reached her, she was drenched in sweat and delirious.
Wait, I don't understand.
Of course you don't. You don't realize what you've done. What did you expect to happen from leaving a little girl alone like that? And to think that you only left her with one of those mini plastic water bottles, too. No wonder she was so dehydrated.
But then, does that mean Lucy knows all about this?
You were really more worried about your wife finding out than your child getting heat stroke?
No, of course not. How's Sammy? Is she okay?
She was fine after I took her to the ER and they gave her some fluids, but they want to keep her there overnight. And Lucy is there with her.
I see. I had no idea that any of this had happened.
Well, here's something else. Lucy wants a divorce.
Hold on a second. She can't be serious, right? Just over this? Besides, I only had to leave because I had a last-minute meeting with an important client. I just had to make sure we met that day.
Well, I heard from Sammy that you disappeared sometime in the afternoon, and you never came back. What dragged out the meeting?
Right, well, I tried to get out of it, of course. But the guy just wanted to keep talking and talking.
And you think that's an excuse for what you've done? Even if you did actually intend to camp with Sammy, why didn't you call out of work? And even if you couldn't, then why couldn't you have dropped Sammy off at home before going to your meeting?
Well, I really did think that I was going to come right back.
You're a liar. I've had enough of you. You've just been making up excuse after excuse to try and dodge any blame for this.
No, I really do think that what I did was wrong. I'm not lying about that.
Well, Lucy already knows about the affair as well.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
You really are stupid. Do you know that? How can you even live with yourself? You left Sammy all alone in the mountains just so that you could see this other woman of yours. All that business meeting nonsense was just a flimsy alibi you thought people would actually fall for. And that's why you told Sammy not to tell anyone, especially her mom, about you leaving her. You even threatened her by using me?
But do you even have any proof of this so-called affair? How can you just believe whatever Lucy tells you like that?
Because Lucy hired a PI to follow you and they have all the proof they need to prove it's true.
Oh no, this is bad.
Well, don't try apologizing all at once. Not that it will do you any good. You're still going to get divorced. Lucy wants your things out of the house by the end of the week, and she never wants to see you again.
But I didn't mean for it to go like this. I thought we could have made this work. How did it come to this?
That's a conversation that you should have had with your wife a long time ago. But more than your mental problems, I can't believe you would do that to your own daughter.
Please, I don't want to get divorced. This isn't fair.
What isn't fair is how you left Sammy like that and threatened her not to tell anyone what you had done. You told her that her mom would get mad, that she'd never see me again, and then you just left her. All so that you could leave to go cheat on your wife. You're terrible.
You're right. I never should have been doing any of that.
And that's to say nothing of the way that you've been treating Lucy up till now. I want you to know that you and I are no longer family, George.
Please, she can't do this to me. My business is going to take off any day now. They're at the ER, you said? I'll go and talk to them about this right now.
Do you know how many ERs there are in this city? But I'm not going to tell you where they are.
Please, Tracy, you have to do this for me. This is my life we're talking about. I'm gonna lose everything.
I don't want to hear it from you. We are not family anymore, remember? After that, George and Lucy got a divorce. Of course, George cried the whole way through it, but when he realized that he had no one backing him up, he quieted down and agreed to it. He was forced to pay Lucy a huge amount of money in the divorce settlement for his affair and endangerment of their child. Then he was made to pay child support after that. George was left penniless and forced to move into a shoebox apartment, working multiple jobs to pay back for all that he's done. And strangely enough, he's a much better father now than he ever was before. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Hey there, Marie. I heard that you and my brother finally found a place where you both want to move into. Is that right?
Yeah, I guess you've already heard the big news then. But Randy and I were going to be moving into our new house next month. Isn't that exciting? We hope that you and all your family can come and visit us there as soon as we have everything unpacked and cleaned up.
Oh, we'd just love to do that, but I heard that your new house is going to be pretty far from Randy's work. Is that true?
Yeah, it is going to be just a little far for Randy, unfortunately. But it's just such a good house that neither of us were considering not snatching it up when we saw it. It's only a few years old and also seems perfect for us since we have pets.
I see. Well, I really am glad that you two are so pleased with what you found then. That's great news. I guess that means that you didn't like the houses that I sent over as suggestions when you were still looking?
Well, Randy was the one who was looking into the houses that you sent. But then he started looking into the neighborhoods they were located in, and they didn't seem so great. And I guess I'm just a bit of a scaredy cat, so I asked that we live somewhere else. But thank you so much for wanting to help us with our search. It really did mean a lot that you wanted to give us a hand.
No, I'm so sorry that I didn't do better research and just sent you what I thought looked nice and in your price range. I didn't bother to do any further reading about the neighborhoods or schools or anything like that.
Well, it really isn't a problem at all now that we found the new house that we're going to live in. I'm just so happy that the search is finally over and we found the place that we want to live.
Speaking of, I guess this means that you two are going to have to really start nailing down those wedding plans then, right? I heard through the grapevine that you were having some trouble finding a venue for the wedding, though.
Yeah, we were having a bit of trouble, but we finally managed to find a spot and put in reservations.
Oh, really? So then you two did end up finding a spot to have your wedding as well?
Well, you remember that one spot that I was talking to you about the last time that we met up, don't you?
I remember you telling me that more than any other place in the world, you wanted to get married there.
Exactly, that place.
But you also told me that it was really, really popular and might be impossible to ever get a reservation in on time.
I know, and I really did think that it was going to be too difficult to do that. But I just didn't give up. I called them a couple times a week to ask about any cancellations, and then finally a space opened up.
So then you basically just kept hounding them until there was an availability?
I mean, basically. But you have to be persistent if you want a reservation at this place. So, one day, I called them and they said there were some open dates right around when we were wanting to get married. So I booked a day right away.
Wow, well, good for you. It sounds like things are really starting to come together for you and Randy then, aren't they?
I sure hope so. I mean, these all seem like good signs to me. But man, it has been so difficult trying to nail everything down. I mean, it's been a while since I felt like I was fighting this hard for bookings and open houses and all these stuff.
I see. Well, you know that you can always ask me for a little help if you need it. I'm more than willing to give a hand if you need it.
Thank you so much. I mean, you really don't know how much it means to have someone that I can talk to about all of this. And since you offered, I really just might end up taking you up on that. I really am glad that I have such a great sister-in-law like you that I can always count on. Thanks again for everything.
Oh, don't make me blush. You know that I'm just happy to be there for you when you need me. Just let me know if there's anything else you might need. By the way, does that mean that you've officially booked and paid for the wedding venue? I assume so, since you were so set on getting a date there.
I'm actually going to call them in a week to try and finalize everything. I didn't have all the money I would need to make the booking when I made the reservation a week ago.
I see. Well, yeah, that sounds like you still might have a lot on your plate for the time being then. Maybe best to get back home and think all of this through so it all goes along smoothly. I had one friend who just kind of rushed their wedding plans without stepping back to think about the wider picture and the larger plan, and they ended up with a very expensive ceremony that they were only okay with.
Oh, I see. Well, that is a good point then. I don't want to dig myself into a hole that I won't be able to get out of. You're right. I guess there is still quite a bit that I need to think about. But I'm really glad that you came to me so that I could talk to you about all of this.
Of course, it's my pleasure. I know that there are probably a million things going on inside of your head right now, so it can be hard to keep everything straight. But for now, you've gotten your dream wedding venue booked, and that's a huge check on your to-do list. By the way, is it really true that your wedding day is the same day you and Randy had your first date?
Yes, it is true. But that isn't actually why we chose to go with that date. It just so happened that our schedules happened to match up around that time of year, and then that day happened to be free.
I see, but then again, it would be kind of hard not to go with a date like that, right? I mean, it's just too perfect if you ask me.
I mean, you're very right there. I'd be lying if I said that we didn't know what we were doing at all.
That's great. Well, anyways, my boss is calling me into his office right now, so I think I have to go.
Oh, yes, I guess lunch is almost over, isn't it? I guess I should probably start getting things ready as well.
Of course. So sorry for taking up your lunch break talking about this.
It was no bother at all. I really enjoyed catching up with you and getting to talk about all of this. Thank you for listening and for offering so much helpful advice.
It's my pleasure. I guess we'll talk later then. Have a good day.
Hey, Hilda, are you there? Do you have a second to talk? I was just wondering if I could talk to you about something really quick.
Yeah, sure. What's up? Did you have another wedding question or something?
Well, the thing is that my reservation at that venue I was talking to you about got canceled.
Oh, really? You mean you got a call from there saying that your reservation was gone or something?
Hilda, I am going to ask you straight, so please don't play dumb with me. Were you the one who canceled it?
What? What do you mean by that? I'm sure I have no idea at all what you're talking about. How could you just accuse me of something like that? It doesn't make any sense. I'm shocked that you would even say something like that.
I think the one who is most shocked here is me. I mean, how could you do this to me? When I called them and they said the reservations had been canceled, I asked what phone number they got a call from to do that. And they gave me your phone number, Hilda.
Wait, what? The staff members actually gave you my phone number? What is the matter with them? Don't they know anything about privacy laws? They can't just hand out my personal information like that.
Well, I asked them to help me confirm how many reservations were canceled without my knowing. They gave me your number because it was attached to my file that they had on hand. Thankfully, I won't have to pay any kind of cancellation fee for what you've done. But I can't believe that you would do this to me.
But what other choice did I have? I can't just have you marrying my brother, you know.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? I don't get it.
I mean that you really think you're good enough to be with someone as cool and smart and handsome as Randy? You're just a fat, ugly nobody. You were never ever going to be accepted into this family. I guess you haven't figured this out yet, but Randy basically only dates fat, ugly girls like you to make himself feel better.
No, that can't be right. You're lying to me.
You really think that me, his sister, who has seen every girl Randy has brought home, is lying to you about this? No, it's the truth. You never stood a chance of actually joining our family, so you might as well just cancel your engagement with Randy right now.
But I can't do that.
So you mean to tell me that even though you know your fiancé's sister is against your marriage, you're still going to try and go through with it? You really are a troublesome woman, do you know that? Honestly, I would be impressed if it wasn't so obnoxious.
You know, I've always felt that way. Like I wasn't good enough to be with Randy. I never could see what he saw in me. But the fact of that matter is that I want to marry him and he wants to marry me, and that's all that matters.
Of course that's not all that matters. I won't let you two get married. You'll see.
What do you mean? How on earth do you think you're going to stop us from getting married?
because I'll stop at nothing to make sure that your wedding doesn't happen. It isn't fair. You don't deserve to be happy, and you don't deserve to be in my family. So you can count me out of your wedding. Do you understand? And just how do you think Randy is going to act when he learns that his own sister isn't going to be at his wedding?
Well, I think that you would really upset him if you did that, actually.
That's kind of the whole point, Marie. I am going to show my brother that a woman like you is just going to make him sad. And then every day, he'll start to love you less and less, until your marriage is nothing but a sham. And then he'll have hopefully realized what a mistake he's made being with you, and then he'll finally leave your fat ass.
I don't get it. Is all this hate for me really just because I'm a heavier person? I mean, do you just want me to lose weight?
It doesn't matter if you lose weight now, you'll still be a fat person at heart. Nothing you ever do will overcome that.
Hilda, that is a really awful way to view people, I think. But I'm afraid that it isn't going to change the way that I feel about your brother. Anyways, I'm going to tell Randy about what you did to our wedding plans.
Fine, go ahead and tell him. See if I care. I'm going to go and tell him that your wedding is off. I'm going to ask him to leave you and find someone better and more well-suited to him. After all, I have plenty of friends that he can pick from.
And do you really think that your brother is just going to go along with all of that?
I think that I'll show my brother the tier of woman he can get with if he wants. And once he realizes how horrible you are in comparison, he'll surely choose to marry someone else. So I wouldn't hold your breath on this wedding happening.
Hilda, are you there? We have seriously got to talk. What is the matter with you? Why would you just send trash to my workplace? That was you again, wasn't it?
What are you talking about this time? Why are you always trying to blame me for all the problems going on in your life?
Are you telling me that this really wasn't you? Because I am seriously thinking of reporting this to the police and they will find out who sent it.
Okay then, go report your little trash problem to the police. Don't waste my time like you're doing now, though.
Now, Hilda, I understand that for whatever reason you really don't seem to like me. But you can't go taking out this weird grudge of yours while I'm at work, okay? It's just unacceptable.
No, you know it's unacceptable, just how unbearable having to deal with you is. Why won't you just leave my brother already? I mean, I heard that you two are legally married now. Did my opposition mean nothing to you? I told you that you two weren't allowed to get married.
And I thought I told you that was something between Randy and I. You don't have a say in whether or not we get married, do you understand? And nothing you say now is going to change anything.
Well, you two better not have your actual wedding, or else there is going to be serious hell to pay. I will make sure that the whole thing comes crashing down around you.
I don't get it, Hilda. I thought that you and I were getting along so well. I really don't know what I did to make you dislike me, but I just wish that we could be adults and talk this out.
Talk this out? I don't ever want to see your face again, let alone talk anything out. I mean, how dare you get married to my brother? No, you and I are never ever going to see each other again.
Are you really sure you want to leave things like this? I mean, I'm sure that Randy would love to talk to you about this as well. I think he's starting to get really confused and upset with you. Don't you at least want to explain yourself to your brother? I mean, I know how close the two of you are and I don't want to ruin that.
Oh, please. If you didn't want to ruin it, then you should have stayed away from him in the first place. Just your existence is ruining what he had together. I knew my brother before you even knew he existed, and yet now you think you can just barge in, marry him, and pretend like it's nothing.
Hilda, is that how you really feel about all of this? Then I really just don't know what to say. But I want you to know that your brother makes me very happy, and I make him happy, and I'm not sure what about that makes you so unhappy.
I don't even care what the two of you do anymore. Just know that I am not going to let you get away with this. And I just want you to know that you're going to look hideous in your wedding dress, and everyone is going to talk about how horrible you look and what an awful couple you are. So enjoy your wedding when everyone is talking behind your back. Hey there, Marie. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry about what happened to your wedding.
Hey, Hilda, sorry. What do you mean by that exactly?
I just mean about your wedding ceremony, you know? I know that my brother said that the whole thing was off, right? But you know that my brother isn't even upset about it? He said that if I wasn't going to be at the wedding, then it wasn't one that he should be having. So I guess that means that you've been officially dumped and left all on your own.
No, actually, I'm pretty sure he just told you that so you would keep quiet and stay out of our way. But we've already had our wedding.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Randy told me yesterday that nothing was going to happen. What do you mean that your wedding already happened?
I mean that it literally just happened. We just wrapped it up right now. Randy figured that you would trust whatever he told you, so he came up with that lie so that you wouldn't interfere with us.
But I don't understand. This isn't making any sense to me. How could this be?
Well, it happened because I told him all about how you canceled our wedding venue reservations and kept threatening to do even more if the two of us got married.
So then, you two really already got married? And you did it today? That still doesn't make sense, though. I mean, our parents left to go abroad just a few days ago. Are you telling me that they weren't there either?
No, the wedding was in Italy and your parents are here with us.
But you mean you all went to go to your wedding in Italy and you left me here all alone?
Yep. Not just your parents, though. Plenty of your relatives and mine showed up to help Randy and I celebrate. Of course, I am still upset that we couldn't get the original venue that we wanted, but I'm not about to complain about what we ended up with.
No, this can't be happening. I mean, I thought you had given up on the wedding. I didn't even hear that you made a second reservation for another venue, but now you're telling me it's because you made your plans in Italy?
Yeah. It was a bit last minute, I will admit. And even though I saw so many of our relatives were there, that was basically it. It was a very small ceremony and there couldn't have been more than a couple dozen people.
So then you two went through with it, and everyone knows about it? Randy, Mom, and Dad all lied to me about the wedding and then left without saying a word to me about it?
That's right. We were all really thinking hard about what to do with you. Then your mom told us about how you went through her phone. Something that you do a lot, I guess? To find out when our wedding was going to be happening. So that's when we realized that he just had to keep our plans absolutely secret. And that's when Randy suggested getting married overseas. So we left no traces of texts and did all of our planning and coordination over the phone.
So you all tricked me. You all went this far just to keep me from knowing about the wedding. I thought we were all family here. This wasn't supposed to happen like this. How could you all do this to me?
I asked you to accept that Randy and I were getting married over and over again. But all you did was return that with threats that you would do something to ruin our wedding. You put me into the position where I felt like I couldn't do anything but lie to you. And all your family agreed that it was the best way to keep you from doing anything that would completely embarrass your brother and I. If you don't like what's happened, I'm afraid that you have no one to blame but yourself.
But I don't get it. Randy told me that you two weren't getting married. My own brother lied to me. I've tried texting him, but he isn't reading any of my messages now.
Well, that's probably because him and your parents have all decided to block you while we're here. We just wanted nothing to do with you after all that you've been putting me through. And quite frankly, I'm really not sure if they're going to want to do anything with you when we get back. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have my honeymoon to enjoy. After her parents got back from Italy, they talked to Hilda and told her that they were cutting her out of their lives and never wanted to see her again. They also promised Randy and I not to ever tell Hilda a word about us ever again. We even had to find a new house to move into since Hilda found out where we were planning on going. Although that was a search that I started as soon as I learned that Hilda canceled my wedding venue reservations. As for Hilda, she fell into a deep depression after her family basically all turned their backs on her. I guess she just couldn't bring herself to understand why this was her fault. I can only hope for her sake, though, that one day she realizes the mistake she made. And maybe by the time she does that, all of us will finally be ready to let her back into our lives. Thank you for watching! If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.